good now to every one of you, since we're talking about the mother. So, I'm going to be talking, what is this? I'm going to be talking about the three branches of shamanism in Peru. During these 5 years, I've been traveling a lot in the world, and I haven't found yet a country that has really three different branches of shamanism. I'm talking about ayahuasca, but shamanism. So shamanism has been there since ever in the native cultures, Asia, Africa, Australia, South America, and so on. In native cultures, and specifically in Peru, there are three paths, different paths. So this is the lecture, the three paths in the coast, in the Andes, and in the Amazon. You see the map there. Yellow is the coast, brown is the Andes, and the green is the Amazon. And then the Andean Cosmovision, if there is time, the three worlds, which is really connected to ayahuasca. Very little people know this. And the three powers, also connected to the Cosmovision. I don't know why it's too big. It doesn't fit in the screen, no? And then ayahuasca today in Peru and worldwide. Maybe a little bit more small, because it doesn't fit there. So, So Peru, as you know, is in South America. I want to do a very short introduction to what happened in the old days with the Tahuantinsuyo, the Incas, which again is connected. The yellow fringe getting Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, Chile, Argentina was the empire of the Incas. You can see it here. It has four areas: Chinchaysuyo, Antisuyo, Collasuyo, and Antisuyo. But the main message is that when this was happening, they were really not only in the coast, in the Andes, but also in the Amazon. Now they are finding ruins of the Incas in the Amazon, like Cuelap, Choquequirao, and so on. Now you go into Cusco and you will find in high relief stones in the ruins monkeys. There have never been monkeys in the Andes. So there was a big trade between the Amazon and the Andes in that time, bringing pets to the Inca or gifts, food, but also plants. And that is, in my vision, how they got their cosmovision, which is based basically in the three worlds. Again, if we go back in time, you will see in Puno very old spirals in the highlands at 4,000 meters high, the Chacana cross, a very, very strong symbol for the cosmovision. And here you can see in the Chavin de Huanta, 850 years before Christ, a priest with a Huachuma, with a San Pedro. By the way, Huachuma is a lot of people talk about San Pedro and Huachuma. And Huachuma has a very special meaning. It's Quechua. Uma means head, and Huachu, the path of the mind, to open your mind. That's Huachuma. Okay, this is the same. So there we go. In the north, we have the Huaringueros, the Piura, very strong shamans, totally different, very little known. They work with a lot of instruments. In the Andes, you have the Misayocs, which embraces many levels. And in the Amazon, you have mainly ayahuasqueros in Iquitos, Pucallpa. what is happening now, it's in the Amazon we have a second division, which you can find nowadays, the Gringo Shaman, which they come to Peru and they try to learn, and they even put the dress of the kushma, which is the native cloth. Then you have the mestizo. This is a picture of Don Solon Tello, 2 generations ago. Barry is one of the most strong shamans in mestizo lineage. This is my lineage also. And then you have the native mestizo, which is the Shipibo, but upgraded. He speaks Spanish, Shipibo, a little English, more educated. And of course the native, which is already in extinction, disappearing. So in the coast you have the Waringas in the very north of Peru, in Piura. And they work with the lakes, immersions, Laguna Negra, very powerful. This is a Waringuero, levels, apprentice, assistant, and the maestro. They have a very special work of working with San Pedro also, in Tabaco. Location in the Laguna Negra, Black Lake, or Cerro Negro. These 10 lakes around, but this is a very, very powerful one. It is believed that there is a dense liquid. Wari means dense liquid. Inga is the Inca, so it's meant to be the water of the lake of the Inca. And it is supposed that the Inca, the powerful founder of the empire, would have immersions in this lake. And this lake takes all your dark energies, your diseases, and everything. More than 5,000 people in a year go to this place to be healed in this system. They work during the night, especially for sorcery, and in the morning, very early. They work standing, sometimes jumping. The mesa has power pools. They have a lot of talismans, power stones. In the 3 branches, they always work with the mesa, with the cloth, and they put all their instruments and their power tools. They're very different, but some of them are very similar also. They have magnets, lemon, mapacho, same as in the other 2, agua florida, wine, San Pedro, shell with tobacco fluid, rattle, bell, harmonic. They were calling the spirits, praying. They pray a lot, asking the Black Lake spirit, the Black Mountain, the wind, the tobacco, the spirit of San Pedro, Jesus, Mary, and the saints, and the apple, very connected to the Inca knowledge. This is their system. They kill physical energetic healings. They do a lot of diagnosis with egg and the guinea pig going through your body. Also work with protection, cleansing heavy and dark energies, spells, bad luck or mal de ojo, abundance. They offer alcohol, agua florida. There's always offerings in these branches to the apples, to the wind, to the lake, to Pachamama. Always you get the power of healing, but always you give back. Because the spiritual world, as I explained before, moves in the world of the sense. So in the Andes, for instance, when they blow the coca leaves, it's not like, no, you're sharing the smell of the coca leaves with the deities. They smoke through you. They drink through you. Sorry. Tobacco sniffing, San Pedro, lake immersion. They work with swords, iron swords, very powerful, magnets, wooden sticks. Black magic also. A little bit there. Andes, Cusco, southwest Peru. There are still Incas alive, 5,000 meters high, the Quero nation. There's 5 Queros. There are like little communities in the same area. And in that realm is also levels, apprentice. Misayo Kuna embraces everybody. Is the person that can heal you and reconnect you with yourself and with nature. Then comes the Taita, which is the elder, the Paco, who heals your soul, Pampa Misayok in Cusco and Yatiri in Puno, which is the highest level nowadays, and the Alto Misayok, that is already probably 2 generations, they are not here anymore. And they explain this, they say, when I go to visit them twice a year in the Andes, they say there's no need of Alto Misayok anymore nowadays, because the Pachacuti, which is the chain, Pacha, earth or time, Kuti, the transformation, is already coming to an end, maybe 2 or 3 more generations. So at this time, there's no need for an ultimate Sayok. They will come back when the Pachacuti starts again. So for now, we have to just be happy with the Pampa Misayok, which is a little lower. This is very funny because the ANDEAN COSMOVISION is kind of the Olympus, because you find the Huiracocha, which is like Zeus, and then you have, they believe that Pachamama is a goddess, and the Taita Inti is a god, and the Chakra, the demon, is also a god. But like Lucifer is a god, but then he was sent to the underworld. So this is very interesting how they approach these deities. So Pachamama is a deity for them. Okay, I'm going to show this little video, or maybe at the end, because I think we're running out of time, but maybe just a little piece of it. This is an example of what the shamans in the north can do in their ceremonies. They work with stones, tobacco through the nose, rattle, a lot of praying, with the lake, of course. Then they have immersions in this black lake that they call. Between the ceremonies, they jump to move the energies, and then they get immersed. It's very interesting, very little known, but a lot of people go there from Peru and from abroad also. As I said, their axis is working with San Pedro, cleansing with through the lake, swords, and prayers. So here they work in the caves or in the pucaras, very, very powerful places to do the work. Pucara is like a very energetical place. They work during the morning. They work in the floor, grounded. The mesa setting is for the Apo and Pachamama with flowers, sweets, grains, alpaca fetus, alpaca fat, cotton, coca leaves, golden strings to type up the package, flower paper, the yipta, which is the cloth, wine, beer. They use sometimes rattle, bell, agua florida again. In this case, male and female. This is the only place they use male and female agua florida, mapacho and the cup. They call working with the spirits of the Apos, the deities, and Pachamama for protection, physical, energetic healing, showing the path, cleansing the hucha. The hucha is the dark actions that you take in your life. It's called the hucha, the sin that comes in your back and puts you down, doesn't allow you to flow. Family abundance, mal de ojo, which is a very important thing. Mal de ojo means bad look. That somebody looks you in a bad way with a bad vibration and it will get you. So you have to be very careful of your vibration towards other people, because they will feel it and they will bring it back to you and you will feel it as well. It's walking life clean, in the line, not messing around with other humans, just with compassion. Offering with flowers, food, sweets, tobacco. As I said, the coca leaf, there's also coca leaf reading, a divination. And there is an area in Cusco also where the dark brujos are. And finally, we go to Amazon, Peru. There is 2 places in Peru, mainly in Loreto in the north, and in the middle, in the center, Ucayali, Pucallpa, and Iquitos. Those are the very, very concentrated centers for medicine plants. Curandero, this is a very native one. You can see the strong face he has, really with a lot of power. The levels are Onaya, the first level, the Miraya, very powerful, and of course the Banco, that the myth says that they could immerse in the river, go there under the water for 3 days, and then come back in a little village somewhere else. I'm not going to put any video of this because you know all the ceremonies, so that's okay. There are many, many type of shamans or curanderos in the Amazon. Vegetalista, work with plants, leaves, roots. The palero, palo means a stick or a tree, work with the palos, root, resign, the bark. Perfumero work with the scents, odors. Agua Florida, they have their own formula to cleanse you through this. Tabaquero work with the tobacco, purgative. Camalonguero is a very, very protective plant. Silvador, they just whistle to you all the time and you get deep in the journey. Sobador, which is the rubber, they work with snake fat, very powerful ones also. Soplador, who works with the breath, always blowing you all. And of course the ayahuasquero. These are more or less, maybe there are more, but I think it's a lot. Huh? So they work with prayers also, mainly the mestizos. Location, they work in the Maloca, power tools medicine, Mapacho, Florida, male only, Chacapa, the cachimbo, which is the pipe, or chinitapu, the same in Shipibo, rados. They work at night, in the floor, grounded, calling the plant and the animal spirits mainly, opening the space to make everything happen. It's funny now everybody talks about holding space. Holding space. What is holding space? I don't know. You're gonna fence the space for me or what? It's not about holding space. Holding space is just a little part of it. The shaman creates the space for things to happen, even in the open, no walls. Holding space is just a little part. So you create the space, opening. Nete kepenshon, I will open you to the world with the anaconda so you can dive in. And yeah, so they call the plants, of course, they call the mother and they call the old masters and the spirit of the animals and the plants. And they come, they truly come. Protection, guidance, awakening, spirituality, so many reasons people come, sexual abuse, child abuse, PTSD, and so on. So we sing Ikaros to the other realm. It's very interesting. The one I just sung at the beginning has no words. One time I was in Prague, yeah, no, in Romania. And there was these lecturers, and one of them was saying, yeah, because why do we have to adapt to ayahuasca? We're not Peruvians or South Americans. We don't know Quechua, we don't know Shipibo, so ayahuasca has to adapt to us. Okay, let's try one. And then he goes, because when I have a French group, I sing in French so they can understand me. Then I couldn't take it anymore, and I raised my hand, and I have to intervene because sometimes people misguide without any knowledge. In the first place, you don't sing for the people. You sing for the other realm, for the plants, for the mother, for the maestros. So when you go to the Amazon and you hear Shipibo, you don't understand one word. There's nothing to understand. It's just about feeling the energy. It's feeling the energy and the vibration. The shaman heals through the healing. I don't get how people can sit in an ayahuasca ceremony with a playlist. So risky, because you're going to be open anyway, and there are some hidden energies, some music that can sound beautiful for you here will have hidden energies when you're in the medicine. So yeah, there are different approaches to the work. As I said, you don't have to people don't have to understand. You can just sing. No need, not even of instruments. It's just your voice, the vibration that takes you deep and heals you. So where are we? Okay, COSMOVISION. Then I go back to the ayahuasca thing. So in the ayahuasca, there are many different approaches. Like the native, they work a lot only with Ikaros, 4 or 5 hours of Ikaros, very, very deep. At the end, then the mestizo native, which is the one upgraded, okay, also with Ikaros. Then the mestizo that sings with Ikaros in Quechua, Shipibo. And then we have the gringo shaman working in Peru with Ikaros and also music in English, and because they need people to understand, so they say. Yeah. So why the Andean Cosmovision? Because the Andean Cosmovision, they have found in the Chavín de Huántar, as I explain later, Yopo and San Pedro, maybe ayahuasca also, because of this trait. And the only way that these people could have gone in this cosmovision of the three worlds is through plants. They believe in the Utkupacha, the underworld, that is addressed to the past, and that is where the world of the dead, your darkness, all your husha is there, the things that you need to face. A lot of purging will happen there. And then you go to the Kaipacha, the present, the world of the human, which connects you to your past, present, and future ancestors ruled by the Puma. And then a lot of insights come in this realm. And then you go to the Hanang Pacha, or the higher world, future, which is connected to the Kundur. And why is this important? Because this is the best ceremony you could ever have when you go through the three realms. It's very easy, and a lot of musicians I have seen in these years become shamans, nothing wrong about it, but it's totally a different world. So you have to be aware why you want to come in the medicine. I'm not talking about intentions. I will explain later. If you want to go in a journey, okay, go to a musician that does ceremony, but I'd rather take LSD and go to a concert. Maybe I will have a better moment there. Gives a little healing maybe in the heart, because I always ask, how was it for you? Oh, it was beautiful, amazing, because you're open. Any beautiful music will sound like that and will take you in the healing of your heart, which doesn't last long. 2-3 weeks, you start coming down. For me, in my approach, the best, this is a medicine. And it's not even called the medicine, it's called the purge. The masters say, do you want, let's go have the purge. Vomit is something different. You vomit when you're drunk or when you are bad in the stomach. Purge is squeezing every single cell of you in the body, in the emotions, in your mind, and in your spirit. That is the purge, when you squeeze and brings everything out. And that is done down, not going at bliss with beautiful music. Nothing wrong about it. There's everything good for whoever wants to go. But if you really want to work, you have to go down first. Make your own cleansing. Face what you brought in this space. Face your demons. There is a lot of demons, apparently, in ceremony, clowns and things. But the biggest demon, and I can tell you this, and then you're done, that you will face, is yourself, raw and naked. This is you. Do you like what you see? So, yeah, I think I'm getting a little messed up here. Then, okay, so then is the Chakana cross, which embraces the whole cosmovision. You can see here the three worlds, the Ukupacha, Kaipacha, Hanakpacha, which is connected to the condor, the puma, the snake. This is very connected, in my view, to ayahuasca. Then you have the Aini, the Minka, the Mita, which are different ways of social community. The Aini is the other axis in the Andes, really strong, is reciprocity. Towards what? towards everything that is, towards Pachamama, towards the river, towards the wind, towards the sun, towards the moon, towards the community itself. They help each other. There's no money there. If I need to fix my roof, all the other families come and fix my roof this weekend. Maybe next week when we go to the other house to fix the wall, and so on. Everything is like that. The Aini is reciprocity between everything. And then you have the three powers, the Yachai, the Munai, and the Rurai. The Yachai is the power of the mind, the conscious, the upper world. Once you open that power, is infinite. Even bigger, the power of the Munai, the heart. The mind, the brain thinks it's bigger in size and thinks it rules. The heart is smaller, but once it's open, it's much bigger than the mind. And the Rurai down here is the action, the will to make it happen. This is again how the Aini works. The Aini is reciprocity towards the community. So in the harvesting, everybody comes and shares the work, also fixing the roads, the bridges, and at the end, the harvesting. Everything is community, communal. In that sense, nowadays is lost. Of course, we're not living in anymore in the tribal mode, but when you drink the medicines, ayahuasca especially, you become really aware that you belong to the highest and the biggest tribe ever, which is called humanity. So be aware of that. Yeah, we've done this one. So we go now to ayahuasca in Peru, Amazon shamans. Again, the gringo, the mestizo. This is myself because I didn't have any other pictures, sorry for that. And then the native mestizo. The gringo, as I said, and it's said here also that 90% of the centers are owned by foreigners. Why? Who knows? Maybe money, maybe power, maybe ego. Land is very, very cheap in the Amazon, really cheap. There are shamans everywhere. And this is funny because before you would go to a community, really, in the old times, and you will ask, who is the shaman? And they will say, that little house in the corner with a little roof, the old man, that is the shaman. Okay, then you go there. Now go today to Iquitos or Pucallpa communities. Who is the shaman? And probably 10 hands raised up. Everybody wants to become a shaman. Before, no, the shaman was not well looked, was a very strange person, the old one. And even the family wouldn't like to jump in that work. It's so not nice and dealing with all these demons. They don't like it. Now everybody wants to become a shaman, and they say, my grandfather was a shaman, my father was a shaman, I'm a shaman. That's not true. It's totally false. If your father or your grandfather was a very strong shaman with a very real knowledge inside, before conception, maybe you will get the inheritance. Not after. You can transmit the knowledge, you can transmit the tools, but you can never transmit the power. It's either there or not there. So, so this is a very native, you can see there, really original, hardly found now in extinction. Also in the Andes, the same story. And the kids, they don't want. I was in the Keros, and I asked the elder had like 3 boys, do you want to follow up with your father? No. What do you want to do? I want to go to the big city, okay? And you? No, I want to study, and so on. So from 5, 1 wanted to follow up. Same as in the Amazon. Medallas and bancos is this level, very strong shamans. There are still some very, very little. Communal compromise, not anymore nowadays. Children do not want to follow up the tradition. And at the end, what I saw is that in the native communities, there's never been PTSD, stress, bipolarity, depression. not in tribal communities. So they just do like a social and integrate in the community. Now it's changed. The native mestizo, based with family, with Shipibo family and blood, but upgraded. They are easily found in communities and cities also, upgraded, Shipibo, Spanish, English, Onayas, maestros, and curanderos is their level. No communal compromise also. Young, middle-aged, and old. The question is, who is inside? What is the level of consciousness? There can be a middle-aged shaman or maybe mid-30s, very strong ceremony, beautiful singing. But who is inside? The shaman is not known in ceremony. Shaman is known outside ceremony. What is the life of this man? Who is inside really? I've seen so many things there, shamans getting together. Oh, there are gringo coming. It's okay, the three of us will do the ceremony, then we share the money, finish the ceremony. I'm not being pessimistic here. I'm just being realistic. People need to know this. And then they go and drink all the money in the bar, the beer, and so on. Some of course not. They work locally and travel abroad nowadays. Many cases of molesting and sexual harassment in that area often sell medicine. This is something really bad because I cannot, not my thing. How can you work with medicine or with mother and sell it to get profit? To me, it's totally not acceptable. Not acceptable at all. Do the work. Maybe charge for your work and then put the money back into the next work. But and then so responsible, really, in which hands is going to end up this medicine? Some people drink by themselves. Sometimes they ask me if it's a good idea. I say it's a free will, but you can have 10 beautiful ceremonies and then number 11, you go in places you don't want to be on your own and there's nobody to take you back. It's really like, ¿cómo se dice? Ruleta rusa? Like a Russian, yeah. You never know. You never know. And that is why I always bring in ceremony, this is a ritual from the ancestors, respect, humbleness. It's a very strong spirit in this bottle. And the spirit of the mother sees pride. Oh, I know this word, whatever. You go down, and you go down hard, really. If you go with respect and humbleness, you get a very deep cleansing and honest healing. Okay. The mestizo, easily found also in the cities. I'm one of them. Come from the Andes and in the Amazon mestizo lineage, upgraded, Shipibo, Quechua, Spanish, English sometimes, shaman, curandero, ayahuasquero, no communal compromise in the Amazon as well, young, middle-aged, old. I put this here because, again, who is inside, level of consciousness, because, as I said, they can do beautiful ceremony, but then you talk with one of them and the level of consciousness really leaves a lot to desire in the evolving, a lot. They work locally, travel abroad, often sell medicine also. When I go to the Amazon, you have no idea all the people that come to sell medicine to me, and I never buy because I only work with the medicine that I brew myself for weeks. I know what is in the medicine, I blow to the medicine, I sing to the medicine, I take care. The people that work with me, we never touch the medicine until we clean up. And we all drink before brewing. Okay, we're done, let's do it. Very clean, no swearing in the area, clean energies, little kids around maybe. That is because everything goes in the bowl, everything. So be aware of that. And there is a lot of shamans in Peru really that they don't even brew. There is a lot of cooks, a lot of chefs. You cannot imagine, really. They're not shamans, but they know how to cook. So shamans say, okay, here's the money, bring me 10 liters. And then they go After 2 or 3 weeks, they come with 10 liters, and the shaman goes, "Did you try it?" "Yes." "How is it?" "Oh, very good, thank you." They don't even try the medicine. That is so irresponsible. I tried every medicine before in me. Every medicine is different. The dosification, how to work with it, the timing that it gets to hit in, what is the light, how is the way to work with that medicine. It's very important. Yeah, the mestizo. So each one has its own way, and I would like to make you feel the vibration here of each of these different what they bring in ceremony. If you allow me. Okay, this is a shipibo. Please close your eyes and feel it. Even if you have, maybe you have a lot of ayahuasca in your body still, so you will feel it. You felt the energy, but it's very powerful in ceremony. And you always have to sing in the floor. Yeah, I never sing in carols. It's very, but I did an exception now. Carols are for ceremony, only for ceremony. But it's good to share. And then the native mestizo also work with Ikaros. Ikaros is not about a beautiful song or a beautiful music, beautiful lyrics, no. This is just music. Ikaro, not even the word Ikaro. Ikaro means empowering. The Mariri, and this is very similar, very rare that the UDB also, they name the Ikaro Mariri, because Mariri in Shipibo means the power of the plants. The connection with the plants through your throat, and the vibration that only comes when you drink ceremony, when you drink medicine. Otherwise, it doesn't have any power. So the Ikaro is meant to open you, so you can go in the other realm, and the other realm come to you through the shaman and through the vibration of the singing. This is the Ikaro. The power of the singing will take you here, and then maybe there, and maybe higher, and the peak will come, and a lot of vibration in the words, and then you start coming down, and then I bring you back. This is a whole process. It's like an orchestra. Many energies there. I have no idea. You have to work with 20, 15 people, 20 or 15 different energies, different problems, different gifts, different pain. That's one ball. It's like jiggling balls in the circus. The other ball is the ceremony itself. Can be very, very low. You have to raise it. Can be very high and exploding. You have to bring it a little down. The energy of the plants, of the animals that you call and are present all around. The energy of myself. Where am I? for that ceremony. The energy of Mother Ayahuasca, the energy of the old masters that come in the realm, and of course the energy of darkness playing around all the night. So it's like jiggling a lot of energies, and one ball goes down and the whole circus goes down. It's very delicate, really. That is when people ask me, Don Gino, you're in Europe, can you recommend somebody? I always say, I'm sorry, I cannot, because I only know my work. I have some friends, but it's like you ask me, can you recommend me anybody for an open chest heart surgery? I will never do, because if you die, your whole family will come after me. And this is even more risky because it's your body, your emotions, your energy, your mind, your heart, and that is why there is a lot of trouble going back and integrating. So what I only can say to these people is, if I can give you an advice, go to an elder, 60, 70, 80. There you might be in good hands. Might, not always. Okay. But okay, Silvio, we're on. Just for you to feel the other energy, if you allow me. One tantana, please. No, with the guitar, or with the drum. Yes. This is the energy from the in-between, the mestizo, because the thing with the mestizo is that, as I say, they know both worlds, the native world, the Western world, and they know I know what you bring, all these diseases that you have. So it's a better bridge. My name was given by my grandfather when I was 15, Chaka Runa. Very interesting because the word chakruna really, when you hear the chipivos and the old ones, they don't say chakruna, they say chakuruna. It's two words. Chakaruna, Chaka is bridge, Runa, the human bridge spirit, the one who bridges you. Who bridges you when you drink ayahuasca? The chakruna is the door, the DMT. So this is a song from the mestizo lineage. Yeah, without maybe. Wandandana gambana gambana yagayamu Wandandana gambana gambana yagayamu Wandandana gambana gambana yagayamu Wandandana gambana gambana yagayamu Upai mawawani garubimi wagamu Upai mawawani garubimi wagamu Wandandana gambana garubimi wagamu Ayahuasca wawai China puri gungi wawai Iwawa, 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 iwawa Lagrunita wawai China puri gungi wawai Iwawa, 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 iwawa Wandandana gambanai Gambanaya gayamu Wandandana gambanai Gambanaya gayamu Wandandana gambanai gambanaya gayamu. Wandandana gambanai gambanaya gayamu. Wairurui, 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 wairurui. Paparui, 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 paparui. Sorry for that. That is the energy of the, it's very different. Shipibo, mestizo, and then medicine music is something different. I think we're late, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So ayahuasca in the world now, what is happening, what I see, ayahuasca now is cataloged by like smart drugs. This is very short. Pharmahuasca, anahuasca, akashahuasca, xylohuasca, endohuasca, and all the huascas that you can imagine. And this is funny because huasca means rope, vine. Ayahuasca, the rope of the dead, because the mother takes you to your limit that you can see your death, and sometimes you die in ceremony, which is the best thing that can happen to you. And it's very disrespectful for the spirit of the mother, because it's not ayahuasca. It's good. Maybe it has other spirits, Syrian Rue, Akasha, Pegano, and so on. But ayahuasca, very old formula, yes, ayahuasca in chacruna, very old, nothing else, sometimes a little tobacco. Because the plants know so long ago that they transferred the information to the next little chacruna and little vine. We're going to get together to do this work. They know, and they get a marriage when you brew them for days, really integrating into each other. That is impossible to happen when you get a little kid in the Amazon with Armala in Mimosa, for instance. No, nothing wrong about it. Welcome. But then call it the right names. As Mudge said, ask, what is this tea? Is this ayahuasca? No, it is Akasha and Mimosa. We're going to drink these plants. Then call them. This is disrespectful for those plants. There is a beautiful spirit, different healing, different process. And at the end, when you go in this ceremony of anahuasca or whatever they give you, being called ayahuasca because it's good market and brings more people to you, then you sit with somebody that starts lying to you, bringing this energy in the space. So be aware of that. And then there's the mestizo that we're coming abroad, like me and many others. Some do very, very good work, some really a little more to develop. And shamanism, New Age, parties, even in Peru, in Cusco, they can find ayahuasca party on Friday, they get together, they drink, they get dancing, and so on. So there is everything for everybody. I'm not judging here. There's everything for everybody. So I remember I said this phrase in 2016 to Dennis McKenna, and now I see it everywhere. The genie in the bottle is on the loose. But that is not the whole phrase. The next phrase was, the genie in the bottle is on the loose, and we don't even have an idea of our 3 wishes. So now what? Psychedelic research, very nice. I really respect the work of ISIS and MAPS and others. But for what? Research for medicalizing ayahuasca. This is something very important. Marijuana happened the same. 20 years took to medicalize it. Now you can buy it in medication. This I like very much. Was said by what is the name of the man that talked at the end? Claudio Naranjo. He's already 90. He's in ayahuasca for 50 years. And at the end, very sad, said, what I see is that we are scientializing ayahuasca. We are scientializing. Everything is about science and what part of the brain and what serotonin. And it's okay, because probably we need to do that to medicalize ayahuasca. But again, everything is about healing the mind. All the researches is about healing the mind. What about the body, the emotions, the mind, always troubled? Consciousness. Huh? So one time I was talking with David Luke in Prague. I didn't say in public, because one time I talked in public in Romania, and that was the last time I wanted to intervene. I walk through the shadows for the light. No flashlights needed in this work. But I met him in the cafeteria. David Luke is a very well-known man in this area, and I said, okay, let's say finally you get the active compound in a pill. Good. And he said, yeah, but this is true, but the active compound we have found interacts with hundreds of other secondary active compounds which we have no clue how they work. Okay, but let's say at the end you get everything in the pill. And I asked him, do you think the spirit of the plant will be in this pill? I doubt it totally. And he said, well, we don't know. We gave to this Mexican Maria Sabina a pill with the psilocybin, and he said, yeah, my kids are there, fine. At the end, let's say you get the pill. You know, everybody knows that this work is better through a ritual. Gabor Mate is working now in rituals in Mexico. So what are you going to do? You're going to bring a shaman in each hospital with a psychotherapist and a psychiatrist maybe. And he said, yeah, well, that would be my dream. But at the end, let's say everything works nice and neat, you get the pill, they get healed, what's going to happen with the knowledge of the shamans? They will not be needed anymore. That knowledge will just disappear, totally disappear. And finally, you get medicalized ayahuasca, and who is going to be able to take that medicine? Only if you have a PTSD disorder and you have a prescription from the doctor. How many of those people are in humanity? Let's say 30%. What about the other 70% that don't have PTSD disorder or bipolarity or whatsoever, but they just want to upgrade their consciousness? They will not be able to take it. So all these researches, in my opinion, it's good that they are addressed to medicalize, but also address it to parliaments and governments to open the door for good, for patience in the mind, but also free will of people that want to really raise their consciousness. Otherwise, it's not going to be possible. What happens again in the secularized the plants? It happened with tobacco. First, it was a master, beautiful plant, and now a lot of chemicals, disrespect, and every plant has two sides, huh? The light side, but also the dark side. And when you use it in a bad way, addiction comes. They hook you. And then the coca, same, sacred plant in the Andes, cocaine, again, same plant, desacralizing, hooked. Mushrooms, I think is going the same way. Rapé, totally down. It's totally misused everywhere. 10, 15 times a day I see people doing rapé, and because they put it in their forehead and in their heart, it's fine. No, it's not. You're just playing games. It's a ritual. It's a ceremony. Use it in the right way. And ayahuasca, what I saw last time in Girona. I was with this man, and he said, who was doing a workshop, he said, yeah, I'm going to do ayahuasca on Sunday. Good. You want to come? I said, no, I don't know. I have a bottle here, and he brought the bottle. It was a big bottle. And that's all, it was water, a little yellow. This is the DMT. Ah, okay. I use vinegar and lemon. Of course, it strikes more. I smell it, fine. And then now I get the Armala from the pills, from Pegano Armala. Oh, that's good. But do you find the spirit there? No, but it's very nice. Ah, yeah, okay. So next day, I asked him, so did you do the ceremony? Yeah. How was it? It was beautiful. We were laying in the open in the forest looking at the stars. My God, it was beautiful. My question is, where's the work? There's no work there. And this is the trend. He said, this is the trend in Europe, and I totally believe it. Desacralizing the plant, using it for what I call fast food healing of the heart. You get in the bliss, straight there, wow, beautiful. Then you go down. No healing there for me. And going to where? To fast food shamans. Nobody says that you cannot learn. There, maybe we need much more shamans, not only natives, from Europe, from America. Go learn. It's not like 1 month or one dieta. Many people come, go to the Amazon to do a dieta, and, oh, I'm the shaman. Most of the very powerful shamans reject, run away when they have the call. That was my case. No, 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 not me. Impossible. You're done because this is something that is just, you're chosen somehow. So you can learn. So then you do a very responsible work. In my work, my first value is safety first for everybody. Never overdosing. Some shamans give big cups and then blah, you go all and oh my God, then say, wow, how was it? Wow. So what? I don't remember anymore. Really, where is the work? It's gone. So this is something to work. It's not a game. Even if you come, if it's a good shaman, if you come for curiosity, for whatever reason, you will get the hit. And about settings, I really have my doubts. Settings is okay, but this thing about intention, for me, I'm honest, it's a waste of time. You need to come blank as possible. Intentions come from the mind, and that only build walls, and the mother doesn't find. Expectations, no colors, no patterns, this is not working. Walls. Blank. Connect with the mother. Please, mother, I'm here, I have the will, so much respect for you, so much humbleness. If there is anything to cleanse, come cleanse me. If there is darkness, let's take it out, please. This is for me the approach for this medicine. At the end, you're going to get your kit in Amazon or Pegano and Mimosa. It's okay. Everything is fine. But some people, last time I heard the man was brewing his own medicine and he jumped out the window like that. You never know where it's going to take you. It's not a game, really, believe me. It's not a game. Here we are, again, this is marijuana, legalized. Where are we in ayahuasca? I have no clue. Only, I think, in America, 2 states have opened the door for mushrooms and ayahuasca. Oakland, I heard. It's really hard for us, for me, to come do the work here. Really, really, especially at my age. I'm a very short time to step aside. But again, people young like you, if you feel the call, come and learn. I am on my way out. I'm not going to see any change, really. My only thing I can do is plant little seeds. And then the next generation, transfer the knowledge, transfer the tools. That's the only thing. I'm not going to see anything. Not even you, not even your kids, maybe your grandkids. So, Urpi Sonko,